Before we install our PPF, it is crucial that we prepare the panels as best as possible, using our recommended steps. Panel preparation is a very important part to getting a perfect PPF installation. The first step is using your slip solution and a microfiber cloth. Wipe down and remove any excess dirt or road debris sitting on top of the paintwork. Next, you want to take your slip solution, spray the panel, and follow through with a clay bar. If you clay bar the paint correctly, you will be able to remove any contaminants and rough areas sitting on top of the paintwork, ensuring the best smooth surface for install. We also recommend that you should thoroughly prep edges, particularly if you are wanting to wrap them and hide them underneath the panel. To do so, we recommend you use 100% isopropyl on a cloth and to thoroughly clean the underside of the panel. This will remove any excess road dirt. If you do not prepare the edges where you will wrap properly, you run the risk of the film not sticking when there is too much dirt. The final preparation step is to once again spray slip solution over the vehicle. Then with a very soft squeegee, you are to remove all the water in a sweeping motion off the paintwork. This greatly reduces the amount of debris that otherwise would have settled and be pulled into your install. It is important to lay the film down as quickly as possible. The less time between the final prep and laying the film is very important in reducing the amount of debris that can settle within that time frame, meaning there will be a lot less debris within your install. One of the biggest mistakes we see is that people do not wet the film or the panel enough during installation. Please ensure that you thoroughly wet both the underside of the PPF as well as the panel. This will help with installation as the film should be able to float on top of the panel almost instantly. If it is too dry, you'll have to continually relift the film, therefore increasing the chance of debris to be sucked back into the panel. You must also spray the slip solution on the top of the film. This ensures that the squeegee will easily glide over the top surface of the PPF. For some panels, it is best to roll the film from one side of the panel to the other. If you have used the rolling technique, you will have to relift the film, make sure it is wet enough, and then replace back onto the PPF. If this is the case, you just simply relift the film, spray the underside to ensure that the film is wet enough, and then replace back onto the vehicle. The goal is to make sure that all of the PPF can easily be moved and float over the paintwork. Be very cautious when unrolling templates, as there is a lot of little tags and edges on the film. If you are not careful, you can easily tear into the PPF template. So be very cautious about what you are removing in what order. After you roll out the bumper and you have re-wet the film, you will need to temporarily tack both edges of the bumper template. Be cautious to not use alcohol, as this is only temporary and will need to be relifted. It is crucial when using PPF to ensure that you are thinking ahead and planning what parts you will start and finish on. Our templates are designed to make installation a lot easier. Think of the alignment points as prompting you to work from one point out to the next. The starting point to use in a template greatly depends on the curvature panel and the body lines. A good rule of thumb for a bumper is that you would usually start in the center and work outwards towards the wheel. The center usually has a lot of alignment points that you can use to start as the center. Usually you can line up the corner of the headlights, sensor cutout holes, and other crucial shapes that you can see. It is from here that you can then wiggle the film in an outwards motion, stretching it towards the next alignment point. It is very crucial that you do not lock down too much of the film. You will reduce the amount of stretch the film has to get to the next alignment point. To lock the alignment points permanently, you can spray small amounts of alcohol under the area that you are working on. It is crucial when locking in alignment points that you have checked where you're working on as well as where you are working towards and if the alignment is sitting correctly. With only a few millimeters out, you can completely misalign the template and make installation for the remainder of the install very difficult. Another very important part of the installation process is a final check. We recommend that you wipe down the panel with a lint-free cloth and quickly scan it to look for bubbles of either air and water. Air you will need to syringe out, water you may be able to leave until a later time. Water looks like this. Air stands out a lot more and looks like this. FlexiShield is a very flexible film and is very forgiving for installers. In some instances where the film has only just been laid and there has not been a great use of alcohol, you can easily lift up the film with a slip solution, remove any debris or water or air, and then simply relay the film back down. For an installer, FlexiShield is an outstanding choice. With great tack, incredible flexibility, and its forgivingness, it is definitely a PPF you want to try and use.